It is The Pulse on SiriusXM. My name is Brady, and in studio, she is back. It's been a while since she's been here. Mm-hmm. Gracie Abrams.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for coming by on a beautiful sunny day.
I know. I was like, what day of the week is it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's always one of those confusing things, right?
Sense.
You've been so busy. I mean, you were, had the Met Gala last week.
That happened.
Which you looked so good.
Thanks.
Which the Met Gala, because we only really get to see the red carpet and, all the crazy outfits where a dress is made out of AstroTurf or whatever. But inside, I've always, what happens inside?
Well, it's the museum itself it's such a cool thing to walk through the museum when it's virtually empty. You know what I mean? I love that museum so much. And so to get from point A to point B, you get to actually take in all of the art and, amazing artifacts they've preserved so beautifully. And inside, Stevie Nicks and Sabrina performed, and that was pretty epic.
No,
so
wait, together?
They shed a tear. Yeah, they did.
Oh my God. Wait, what song?
They did... Did she come on for Rhiannon?
That sounds like it could be a Sabrina Carpenter song.
I think it was Rhiannon that she joined her for. Anyway, it was great. So that's what happened. That's what happened inside.
Wow. I see. I always imagine going in there, it either could be a lot of fun or just really stuffy and stuff.
I suppose it's always a toss-up with all of these. Any large gathering, it could go either way. But it was a pleasant thing.
Is there old friends. Is there a board game table where you can go play Uno with Bad Bunny or something?
I missed that table if it was there.
Darn.
I know.
Did you see Bad Bunny?
I did see him.
Yeah,
I did.
Did you recognize him at first? Did it take a second?
I don't think I did initially. When I was informed of his glam process, I observed a little closer, and he looked like the meme, the most interesting man in the world. Oh, I don't know what that is.
What? No, what that is? Okay, well.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not.
Homework.
I'm not so online at the moment. I need to get there. Did you say the meme?
Yeah, it's just a meme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank
you're not
you for
online.
educating me.
You taking a break?
I just don't have the apps on my phone.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
It's nice. It's really feels like
you feel free.
Very human when you don't.
Yeah, right.
You're like, oh, this is the real world. Well, but also, I have great appreciation for.
Well, I imagine too, especially you getting rid of that social media off your phone, you're able to focus on more important things and really be present and stuff.
I think so.
Which I'm assuming also can help your career in going right?
I would hope.
Yeah. Well, you have a bunch of songs coming out soon with this new album.
Yeah.
Daughter from Hell, going to be out on July 17th, which Daughter from Hell, is that your description of yourself, or did you piss off your parents?
It was I gave that title to myself, but I think rightfully so. The album is sort of generally a reflection of all the years up to now, and sort of being in your 20s. This decade is strange and full of transitions and reflections, and so when the album's out, it'll hopefully make sense to the listener, but it's a reflection.
I get that.
Yeah.
Do you in your 20s, because you're 26, right?
26, yeah.
So is this album kind of being in your 20s, do you think it's more about becoming someone new or growing, or are you
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay.
Which you're by the way, once I hit 27, that's where I started feeling old after a while.
Okay,
once I hit 30 though, now the only thing, the idea of going out after 10 p.m. sounds abhorrent to me.
Yeah, I'm on my 10th year of that, freaking me out.
Oh.
Well, what was it for you? You've lived through them.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't know. It was just this weird switch where I kind of, because I used to be going out all the time, 6, sometimes 7 nights a week.
What
just
in the
world? Oh yeah. I'm afraid
Brother.
to look at my bank statement from 8 years ago.
Sounds scary in all ways.
Oh, New York City, out every night is wild.
You're brave.
Yeah. Well, then I realized, this is not suiting me anymore, and you kind of just become a little more. I don't know, things happen. I got in a relationship, and then I got a dog.
Oh, congratulations!
And so now I feel like a parent in a way.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's heaven. I mean, I love that arc for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wait, so for you though, growing, in this field that you're in. I mean, especially being in your 20s and being a huge name in the music industry. How does that kind of shape your growth, or does that affect your growth?
Well, I think anybody knowing that I exist is a real treat, because it gives my music a chance at having a bit of a life. So that's I'm very appreciative of the people who have cared up until this point. I think does was your question being known, what does that do for making music?
Yeah, I mean, well, being known, but like also just growing as a person, like
growing as a person.
There, like, extra...
evolving. Well, I mean, for me, like music has always been writing has been my outlet, or that's how I've processed everything since I was a kid. So as I grow up, I have yet to stop writing. So I do feel this album in particular is a reflection of this time in my life, and I hope that that's what my music always reflects back at me, is sort of, yeah, just trying to like observe the time I'm in.
Observe the time you're in.
Yeah.
Very cool. The lead single off it, Hit the Wall.
Yeah.
That song, it kind of, at least for me, it seemed like it was kind of like you realizing that like you can't outrun yourself anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's
that makes
true.
sense. Like, was that song written from like, I don't know, were you finally getting clarity on some things, or was it from like frustration?
Yeah, it was. I wrote that song after tour had ended, and Aaron Dusner and I were in the middle of this album making process, and I was here in New York walking to Electric Lady, feeling very lonely, just in the way that sometimes New York can make you feel very small, which I love, but it was just, I was missing friends and feeling a bit disconnected from a lot of my life, I suppose, and got to the studio. Aaron had been there for a bit before I got in, and he had made this loop by sampling himself playing all these different notes on the piano, and it perfectly captured the feeling that I walked into the studio with. And then you go into this trance sort of, or I did with this song, where then you remember starting to write it and then it's just all done, and it's this amazing like drug-like feeling, I suppose. And it was the first time in a while I think I was able to put words to these feelings that are a bit intrusive and uncomfortable to sit with, and it was really lovely and cathartic, honestly, to put it in one place. And I knew immediately that I wanted it to be the introduction to this album, so I'm stoked that it belongs to everyone else now.
I love that. I love that. So for those who have heard the album so far, what are they saying about it?
I'm getting kind feedback, I must say, but I also I've shared it to people who have historically been brutally truthful in the past. And so the fact that they feel like it is an accurate depiction of me at this point in time, that's all that matters to me.
Very cool.
Yeah.
With your fans being able to check out the album on July 17th, when they're going to have it on repeat, what do you hope that they take away from the album?
I just hope they feel seen. I think like it's this amazing gift that they've given me is our growing up together. And I'm so lucky that when I stand on stage at our shows, I get to look out at the sea of them. And, I love that we have like parents who come with their kids, but also like friend groups who are older, friend groups who are younger, maybe it's their first show they've ever been to, whatever. There's this kind of multi-gen expression that I find happening at our shows that I love so much. So I guess whether I'm 10 years older than a listener, 10 years younger than a listener, I hope that this music touches something in them. And it's a mildly eclectic album, but it feels very whole to me. It feels like a sort of wide range of my own personal taste in sound, and so hopefully there's something for everyone, but if not, I still love you.
Hey, and you know what? It's subjective anyway.
Exactly. I loved making it.
Yeah,
no
that's all that matters.
Take that away.
You gotta. I mean, like I feel like a lot of times artists who actually write their own songs, it's therapy for them.
I mean, exactly. That's like literally everything that has come as a result of writing music is a lucky heinous bonus.
Yeah.
I could not have anticipated or expected or wished for this. I just loved to write so much growing up and still do. And so for as long as the people will have me,
I love that.
I'll be doing it.
What actually, since you have been writing since you were a kid, what was like the first song that you can remember that you wrote? What was it about?
It was a very self-deprecating song that I wrote on the drums, which is just violent, like ugly.
Oh, you were going hard on the drums? I
was going hard on the drums. That was my first instrument. That was
really?
Yes.
Okay.
I loved them because they were both like you get the physical release of banging on something.
Yeah.
And also sometimes you're making nice sounds. Rarely. Sometimes. As an 8-year-old. On the drum set, but
I was in middle and high school band.
What was your instrument?
I was the trombone.
There you go.
But I always wanted to play the drums, but I was just stuck with the trombone that I didn't even know how to play, by the way. That was the best part about the trombone.
School is for learning.
Yeah, but like the best part about the trombone is like when you're there, you can just look over and see what the other guy's doing.
It's like cheating on a test.
Oh, that's what I did.
Wow.
I passed it by doing that.
Do you still pick it up?
Not at all. I have not touched a trombone since. But
that's painful.
But we're getting the wrap up sign.
Okay.
So well, thank you for taking the time. The new album out July 17th.
Can't wait. Thank
Gracie
you
Abrams.
so much. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.